one of the reasons why I swore to myself many years ago, I'm going to make sure that I am very, very faithful to whoever I get married to or whoever I'm in a relationship to, is because of childhood experience I had. This happened way back in primary school. So, I attended AIS, Association International School, and because daddy always wanted to dodge traffic, we used to go to school very, very early. So by 5:30 I will be in school. So I was one of the few people who used to go to school or who used to be in class very early. Now there was this particular morning when I entered into my class. So when I enter into class, most of the times my class is dark because I would eventually be one of the few people to even open up the windows in class. So I entered into class and I was stunned. I was surprised because I was hearing someone sobbing, like crying. And it was very, very strange to me because, as I said, most often, as at that time, I wasn't supposed to have met anyone in class, but there was this particular girl, a friend of mine, who was crying and she was sobbing. And I remember being afraid because when I heard, I was like, hey, who's crying around this time? But I drew closer and I realized that, okay, the person's in uniform and she's crying. This was a friend of mine. I can't mention her name for obvious reasons, but I asked her why she's crying. Because it took me some time to even ask her, to be honest. It took me some time to even ask her, but I drew close. I waited for her to cry for some time. Then I drew close to her and I asked her, so why are you crying? And she told me what she saw, and it broke my heart. She told me she was going into her daddy's room and she saw her dad with another lady in the room. Now mind you, then I was in class 5, I have to say this, and this friend of mine was a very open, playful person. But do you know that after that very day she quelled up? And I remember I didn't tell anyone about it because she told me not to tell anybody about it, but I remember the damage it caused her, like someone that young to have seen that. And for the rest of, I left association in basic 6 when I was in class 6, so just about a year later I left. But when I was there, after seeing her cry that very morning, she completely changed. And mind you, this was someone who was very vibey, someone who was very playful, but after that experience she became very quiet, very reserved. She shelled up, she quelled up. This was like a damage to her. And I remember telling myself that's years later, I remember telling myself I wouldn't want my kids to go through this. I wouldn't want anyone to go through what she went through. And she had come to school that very morning. In fact, what made me believe that it was true was the time she was in school, because she'd come to school early. She used to come to school around 7, almost 8. I tempted to mention her name, but I can't mention her name. And that changed her. I wonder where she is right now. Probably you'll be watching this video. I hope you're fine. I hope you're fine. But to my young people out there, one of the reasons why you should learn to be faithful or discipline yourself when it comes to your relationship is so that you don't cause dysfunctional children. You don't damage your children. And I know there are many people who don't even believe in marriage because they've seen their fathers or their mothers cheat on their father or their mother. Oh yeah, definitely. Some of you have had to have gone through hard work to overcome that particular memory. Some of you are still dealing with it. So to my young people out there, don't belittle the damage of the wrinkle of being unfaithful in your relationship into marriage. Don't play with it. It's not a nice thing. It causes real damage. And I remember after I had seen her go through that, I told myself, I'm not going to let any of my children go through this. Her father might never know or understand what was going through her mind. I don't know if her father had conversations with her, but I know for a fact, for the 1 year I stayed there, she became very reserved. She quelled up. She wasn't as active as she was. And it was all because of what she saw that day. Look, there's a need for you to zip up, young man. There's a need for you to be faithful while you're in your relationship. Make sure you are faithful. Yeah, learn it. It will do you lots of good. To do you lots of good. All right. I hope you've been blessed by this message. I'll catch you in the next one. Stay blessed.